Well, here we are, everybody. We are returning to Chenyu. This song is called Dust in the Fireworks. I'm going to be doing, this is the first of two recordings. I want to make sure that we get through enough so I can kind of get through to the other side of after Thanksgiving and that week. And then I'm going to start making him a little bit more of a permanent fixture, and I'm actually going to probably branch out to a couple other artists from China as well. And yeah, I really like his stuff. I always feel like that he's a very innovative writer and lyricist. So we're going to start this off, and we're going to do Dust in the Fireworks, shall we?
看着飞舞的尘埃掉下来
Very nice.
没人发现它存在多自由自在可世界都爱热热闹闹容不下我百无聊赖不应该一个人发呆只有我守着安静的沙漠等待着花开
Nice high.
只有我看着别人的快乐竟然会感慨就让我听着天大的道理不愿意明白有什么是应该不应该我的心里住着一个苍老的小孩
No, this is good.
如果世界听不明白对影子表白是不是只有我还在问为什么明天更精彩烟火里找不到童真的残骸只有我守着安静的沙漠等待着花开只有我看着别人的快乐竟然会感慨就让我听着天大的道理不愿意明白只有我就是我好奇怪我还在感慨风直直吹过来为何不回来风一直不回来悲不悲哀麻木的那么快应不应该能不能慢下来笑得开怀哭得坦率为何表情要让这世界安排我就是我只是我只是一场烟火散落的尘埃
That's cool. That's so good.
风直直吹
That's very good. For me personally, as much as I've been loving the experimental feel and the kind of genius way of him composing a song that has multifaceted layers and genres of other music, to me, I still, and I say this about this all the time with almost every single kind of music, the true mark of a good musician and a good singer, as that's more kind of what I am, is for me personally, how do you handle basic songs? The reason why is because there is so much more to get wrong in the simplicity than there is when things are going in a chaotic way. I always like to kind of compare it to driving. And actually I use driving a lot for metaphors when it comes to singing, because there's a lot of similarities. But in any case, it's easier to notice the mistakes when you're driving in a straight line at higher speeds for longer than it is when you're taking a bunch of curves and turns. You know, you can look, it's easier to look at somebody who's driving on these turns and just think that they're just turning. But when someone's driving straight and they start to weave in and out, it, you know, is more noticeable. So when the song is more simple, it's easier to tell when someone can handle the simplicity. And to be real, this was very nice. The one thing that I think is so good about this is, even though it's a little bit more on the simplistic side compared to some of the songs that we have heard from Hua, I do love the fact that there's still a clear line that this is still his identity in his music. For me personally, I think that the big moment for that truly comes when there is the guitar and kind of the crescendo, the big explosion part in the song, right? Right here in this crescendo is a kind of a good example of what I'm talking about.
还在感慨，风渐渐吹过来，为何不回来？来，风一直不回来，美不美来？
This is so like Hua coded, you know? It's, as soon as you listen to this, I feel like it's like, yeah, okay, this is absolutely him. Because of the sound and the way he writes, it really comes through. And, you know, we got some foreshadowing to this kind of sound too earlier in the song. That's when the guitar comes in right here and gives us this tremolo picking, but it's a very layered. It has a lot of echo. It has a lot of atmosphere to the feel and the sound of it that really sets it apart. And this is kind of what he does best, is that kind of feel. That is such a specialty, to be able to create that kind of, you know, the emotion that he does. That's always been the thing that has been one of the most impressive things about Hua. So, yeah, let me know what y'all think about this, what you like about this song, maybe something that perhaps you think would be cool to talk about. We can do that in the comments. Thank you so much. Goodbye.